Ever had guests spill wine on your carpet or snap a chair leg like it's a breadstick? If you've been in property management long enough, you know guest damage is part of the game. But here's the real challenge. How do you handle claims and reimbursements without turning your owner statements into a novel? Let's break down the three main ways property managers handle this, plus the role of damage waivers and insurance. Before we dive in, let's spend a minute and make sure we're all on the same page. Damage waivers are a common tool in the short-term rental industry. Guests pay them to cover accidental damage, usually minor things like broken dishes or stained towels. These waivers can be handled internally by the property manager, self-insured, or through a third-party provider. Many PMs even make a small margin here because they keep both the revenue from the guests and pay for the third-party insurance themselves. When something gets damaged in a short-term rental, the process sounds simple. Replace it, file an insurance claim, get reimbursed. But for owners, seeing line after line explaining every reimbursement, every approval, and every rejection can cause more questions than answers. So today, we're covering three common strategies property management companies use. Strategy 1, keeping claims off statements. Number 2, self-insuring via damage waivers. And number 3, passing everything through to owners. And for each one, I'll give you a quick way to explain it to your homeowners so your team can remain consistent. Option 1, keeping the claims off the owner statements. This is the most common approach that we see amongst our clients, and here's how it works. If a guest breaks something, you replace it and pay for out of pocket off the owner statement. Then, when the insurance reimbursement comes through, you keep that off the statement as well. So if your repair costs $50 and you receive $50 from insurance, you would keep both of those items off the statement. If the insurance company denies the claim, that's when you add the expense to the owner statement, either the same month or the next, depending on timing. Property managers like this because it keeps reporting clean and avoids unnecessary confusion. You're not making owners read the saga of the broken lamp. The downside, you do have to track these off-statement claims internally, so your bookkeeping needs to be on point. Here's an explanation for your homeowners. We have insurance that covers accidental damage, so you won't see individual charges unless the insurance denies the claim. Our goal is to keep your experience smooth and handle as much of this as possible. Now we'll look at option 2, where property managers will self-insure via damage waivers. This one works especially well if you have low claim frequency. You charge guests a non-refundable damage waiver, either per stay or per night, just as you would with the other methods. However, instead of using it to purchase third-party insurance, that money goes into a fund you control and you use it to cover accidental damage. So if your repair is $50, you would pay that out of pocket and not involve the owner or insurance at all. Instead, use the funds from the damage waivers you collected from guests. The upside, fewer admin headaches, no waiting on insurance. It's your program, you're in control. The cons, you need to monitor the balance and ensure you're not losing money if claims exceed your funds. An explanation for your homeowners, instead of a large security deposit, we have a small damage waiver fee on every stay that covers minor accidental damages during the guest stay. If there's something extraordinary that those fees can't cover, we can discuss the best way to resolve it. Finally, option 3, the full claim pass-through method. This is the least common method, but some managers still use it. You charge the owner for the expense to repair the damage when it happens, and then credit them back when the insurance reimbursement comes in. So you would charge $50, spend the money on the repair, charge it to the owners, and then pass that insurance reimbursement through to them when it was received, potentially on a later statement. The upside, it's 100% transparent. There's no out-of-pocket risk to you, the manager. The downside, your owner statements become very detailed, sometimes too detailed, and that can create more back and forth than you want, especially if insurance reimbursements lag too far behind the expense. For your homeowners, if there's a damage during the guest stay, we'll document it and process it through our insurance and charge you for the repair or replacement. Any approved reimbursement goes directly back to you once you receive it from insurance. Before we talk recommendations, let's look at some potential third-party options. Here's some popular third-party providers, not a sponsored post. One of the ones is Safely. They offer up to $1 million in coverage for damages and liabilities with fast claims processing. Another very common one of our clients is Waivo. They specialize in guest damage coverage that integrates with your booking system. SUPERHOG combines identity verification with the damage and liability protection. And then your property management system may also provide a damage waiver option. Why use a third party? It eliminates owner and guest disputes, reduces your liability, streamlines the claim process, and reduces your admin burden. Now, a quick reminder, traditional homeowners insurance often exclude short-term rental activity. Platforms like Airbnb and Vrbo have their own coverage. For instance, Airbnb's AirCover offers up to $3 million in damage and $1 million in liability, but there are gaps, and you'll still need to understand what's covered, and more importantly, the process for claims and reimbursement. Here's the bottom line. If you want clean and simple statements, option 1 is the standard choice. This ensures that you're only putting expenses on owner statements that are not reimbursed. If you have low claim volume and would rather control the process, option 2 can save you time and money. And if your owners want every detail, option 3 works, but be ready for more conversations. So, how do you handle damage claims in your properties? Drop your method in the comments. I'd love to hear if there's some other options or ways people are handling these. And if you want to explore damage waivers or set up a self-insurance system, reach out. I can help you walk through it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss more tips on running a smooth, profitable rental business.